Yes, good afternoon, grade 10s. Mr. Mtarira here. Yep. So this week we are going to look at taxation, value-added tax. So value-added tax is added on goods and services, and some items are exempt from paying tax, and tax is charged at 14% of the cost of the goods or services. If you go to page 174 of your textbook, please have your textbooks with you. I'm going to be referring to it a lot. So on page 174, they start off by explaining what value-added tax is, and then they also mention some of the items that are exempt from tax. Please be familiar with that list, because when you're looking at receipts, you need to have an idea of what items are exempt from tax, right? And you'll see that in example 2. So going to example 1, right next to the example, it's stating what items we're going to look at under VAT. So the first one is going to be calculating VAT, and the second one is going to be calculating price with VAT. The last one is going to be calculating price before VAT. So the last one is a bit tricky, but once you know the formula and how to get there, it's actually quite easy. Right, so let's look at the first example. So it says calculate VAT that must be charged on a packet of biscuits that cost R7.80. So this is just 14% because you're calculating VAT. So 14% times R7.80. Right? Like that, and then you give your answer. So the answer is given there is R1.09. Okay. And then now let's go to question 2. It says calculate the price inclusive of VAT for a magazine that cost the retailer R23.89. So the R23.89 is the price excluding VAT. Right. So if you multiply the price excluding VAT, so price excluding VAT, multiply that by 114%, it will give you the price including VAT. So there's the formula. So price excluding VAT times 114% will give us the price including VAT. So that's formula 1. Right. So this is the formula that we're going to use to answer question 2. Right. So if you look at question 2, it's just going to be the price excluding VAT, which is R23.89, right? And then you multiply that by 114%. Okay, if you look at the way I've done it, slightly different to how they've done it in the textbook, but I said 114%. In the textbook, they've said times 114 over 100. So 114 over 100 is the same as 114%. So it will give you the same answer. So if you punch that in your calculator, just make sure you don't forget to put the percentage sign. Right, so that will give you R27.23. Okay, so the R27.23 is the price including VAT. That's question 2. Okay, now let's go to question 3. Okay, now question 3, we're now trying to work out, it says calculate the price before VAT for a slab of chocolate costing R26.99. Now, if you look at this formula here. The formula to find the price excluding VAT is actually derived from this, right? And I'll show you how it's derived. So how they get to that is by, okay, so they divide both sides by 114%. Okay, like this. Right. When you do this, that means you cross out that 114% from the one side because you are dividing. Okay, and this leaves you with price excluding VAT is equal to the price including VAT divided by 114%. That's the formula you use for question 3. Right? Look at how they've done it in the textbook. They've said times 100 over 114%. It's exactly the same as this. Right. Okay, so if you use this formula, we're trying to find the price before VAT, which is the price excluding VAT. Okay, so that will be equal to the price including VAT, which is R26.99. 99 cents divided by 114%. Right. Okay, if you do this, if you do that, it will give you the same answer that's in the textbook, right, which is 23 Rand and 68 cents. Okay, got that. Okay, so that's example 1. Now let's look at example 2. So from example 2, I think most of those, most of the other questions are quite easy, right? I'm just going to focus on one that's slightly challenging, right? And that is question 5. But let's just go through the receipt together. Okay, so if we look at example 2, you see that on the receipt, there are some items that have a hash symbol, right? And they've told you that those are the items that are exempt from paying tax. So that means when we look at the receipt, tax is not charged on those items. However, all the other items are charged tax, and the tax is already included in the price that you see on the receipt. So now if we go to question 5, it says, explain with the help of calculations how you arrived at the total VAT amount of 15 Rand 38 cents. Okay, so now bearing in mind that the prices that appear on the receipt include VAT, so all you need to do is add up all those amounts excluding the ones that have a hash symbol next to them. If you add up those items, and remember, if you look on the receipt, it says magazine women's health, and then that's charged 31 Rand 99 cents. And then just after that, it says item void. That means they reversed that transaction, so it was reversed. So they didn't charge 31 Rand 99. So when you're adding up all the items that are charged VAT, please exclude that 31 Rand 99 cents. Okay, if you do so, you get to a total of 125 Rand and 27 cents. So you get to a total of 127 Rand and 125 Rand for that, 125 Rand and 27 cents. Okay, that's the amount that you get to. So now remember, this amount here is including VAT, right? So we go back to the formula that we used in example 1, the last formula where we're trying to work out the price excluding VAT, because the only way we're able to work out that VAT amount of 15 Rand 38 is by actually figuring out what the price before VAT was. So to do that, we go to the formula. I'll rewrite the formula again, right? So the formula would be price excluding VAT is equal to the price including VAT divided by 114%, right? Okay, that's our formula. Okay, so therefore here we know that the price including VAT is 125 Rand and 27 cents. We divide that by 114%, right, and it gives us 109 Rand and 89 cents. Okay, so that's what you get, 109 Rand and 89 cents. So that is the price excluding VAT. So now that we have the two prices, so 1, we've got the price including VAT, then 2, we've got the price excluding VAT. That means if we subtract the 2, we should be able to work out our tax. So our VAT is going to be equal to 125 Rand 27 cents minus 109 Rand and 89 cents. There you go, exactly as they've done on the textbook. Okay, and then this gives you VAT of 15 Rand and 38 cents. Okay, there we go. Okay, so please, just go through the examples on your own, right? If you face any challenges, please let me know. But that sums up the topic, right? So what we'll do is towards the end of the week, because there are only a few exercises in the textbook, I will give you a few additional exercises to work with, right? And please just carry on doing your homework, right? And then we'll mark the work towards the end of the week. Remember, I need to see evidence of the work being done, like you've been doing with Mr. Kenyon. If If you have any issues, please feel free to send us an email, and yeah, good luck. Okay.